Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Jenna. Very,
Yes.
very long time no see, right?
Yeah.
How are you
Yes.
doing? How are you doing?
I'm doing very good. Very
You're
good.
doing very good. Excellent, excellent. First thing I wanted to ask, how are you feeling after the operation that you went through, and
Uh,
how did that all go over?
yeah, it went really well. I recovered way quicker than they thought I would.
Mm,
Um, they put me. I had to. For some reason, it swelled up when I got like the
mm,
surgery,
mm,
which was unexpected.
mm-hmm.
Uh, so I sort of got put on like extra sort of breathing support
Okay.
because I couldn't really eat food or anything for a while, like
Oh,
one day. It
oof.
wasn't bad. It was just like, oh, I guess I'm just like, getting an IV.
Uh,
uh, so,
yeah.
but after that, everything recovered super well.
Good, good. I'm
I saw
glad.
my productivity go up incredibly. Like I started showing up for meetings
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I feel good now.
Excellent, excellent, very good, very good. I'm really happy about that. I remember when that happened, I was a bit worried. I was like, hope
Yeah.
not, hope nothing. All is good, all is good. Perfect. All right, Jenna. I'm just gonna ask you a few questions. You can answer me as honestly as you want. Anything
Okay.
negative that you say, I will just cut out. So don't worry about that. No, I'm joking,
I
of
love that.
course.
No.
Um, so, uh, just tell me a little bit about yourself, your background, your experience before you started coding, all of that. Mm.
Yeah, so I always was sort of interested in, I guess, computers, in the sense that like my dad was an electrical engineer when I was growing up,
Mm-hmm.
and he loved computers. Like he had, I think, like 12 in a closet. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Uh, and I always looked up to him, but I never really knew much about anything really. Like I was just good with like I guess phones and iPads, but that's not like
Mm. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
um yeah, so I wanted to get into coding. And I took a couple before I came to your course, I took a couple short courses actually for school. One of them being C sharp.
Okay.
Love my teacher, don't get
Yeah.
me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't really understand what was happening.
Mm-hmm.
We started there, so it was like, oh wow, this is very new. And we started using Unity like maybe
Mm-hmm.
2 weeks after, just learning C sharp for the first time
Yeah.
and like coding.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
So it was a lot. It was a lot. And
Yeah.
it was unideal in the sense that I was not understanding topics like I probably should, like foundation wise, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so while I did love the course and I loved my teacher,
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't ideal for like
A
feeling
complete.
confident in
Yeah.
coding, right?
For a very
And so
complete beginner.
yeah,
For
yeah.
someone who's a very
And
beginner. Yeah.
yeah, and I was very like confused,
Mm.
like almost like, wow, this is a lot.
Mm.
And so I wanted to go into game design. I started wanting to do more coding because well, one, because it's good to know coding for
For
game
sure.
design.
For sure. Yeah, of course. Of course.
But also like I feel like it's good to have some basis
Mm-hmm.
on coding, like in general, because especially in the computer world, when you're looking for jobs,
Mm-hmm.
just adding
Yeah,
it would be nice, and
exactly.
understanding what like is going on rather than just make it look
Exactly.
pretty, right?
I completely agree.
Um,
I completely agree.
and so, yeah, so I looked for a tutor. That was you. Uh, and I was actually really surprised at first. I was like, wow, okay, this is a like whole operation.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
I've been doing
which
this
was
for.
very
Mm,
good. It was
yeah.
very good.
Yeah.
And I was a little worried at first, I will say, in the
Yeah.
sense that I was going full head on and like sort of like trusting you
Mm-hmm.
to find someone who would match with me
Exactly.
and find someone who would, I could learn from,
Mm-hmm.
because experiences in the past didn't make it as great as I wanted it to be.
Yeah.
And so I did end up really loving my teacher.
I'm very happy
Great
about
guy.
that. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually like became confident in myself in coding.
Mm-hmm.
Not well, I'm still a beginner, I like to think. I'm
Mm.
still, I still feel like how to explain? Uh, gained this confidence which of like understanding
Mm-hmm.
and like actually feel like I can code without being like, oh my god, what is happening, what is what
Yeah.
is going on, you know, like, and I can even like understand. I realized after I like was being taught by my, you know, the teacher,
Mm-hmm.
I started realizing, oh my gosh, like I actually can look at other coding languages and see what that actually like means, but in a different, like, this is cool. Like,
Exactly. Exactly.
um, it was really cool. Yeah. And it showed my progress. And I was like, wow, okay, this is, wow, a lot, you know, like really good.
Exactly. Exactly.
And yeah,
Mm.
it's also that like, I think your course is very good in the sense that uh, while I did have a gap year to sort of like focus on it, I think you only need once a week, and most students, especially if they really want to learn coding, can commit to that usually.
Yeah.
I think that it was not stressful in the sense that, oh, like we have to show up for this coding session and
Mm-hmm.
I have to get a bunch of homework done. You know, I think it was more understanding, like, you know, there was that connection with your tutor and teacher. And yeah, I feel really like good about starting computer science in the fall and, you know, learning more Python.
Exactly.
um,
You're gonna have a huge heads up above other
yes,
students that have never coded before, because you've had
yes, yes.
already a lot of hours with the instructor. Let me check how many hours you've done. You've done a substantial amount. 27. I mean, yeah, that's 27
Oh, wow.
hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, 27
Well,
hours. Mm. And do you
yeah.
know something that's funny? You actually started July 27 last year.
Well,
Yeah, yeah,
that's actually hilarious.
exactly that. It's
um,
almost a year now. Mm-hmm.
yeah. Whoa, time flies. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
time flies, time flies. But you've done very well. The instructor's review review of you has always been positive. You've always been showing up. You've always been not as consistent as we'd usually
Yeah,
like. Not
yeah,
as consistent. That is something that I would like. If you had also had consistency, but he always told me like you're improving, you're doing well. That is very important, and yeah, that's great. I'm very happy to see, especially when you said that you were able to learn other languages more easily, because I
yeah.
always tell this to students and parents and whatever, like when you learn one language, then
Hmm.
all other languages become much easier for you to understand, because
Yeah,
they are almost the same, right? The
yeah,
differences are minor, right? Everything else is pretty much the same. Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I do want to say, like, with consistency, to any student who like is in the future looking to do like
Mm-hmm.
is worried about showing up or even just like being like like consistent with it. I had surgery
Mm.
and a lot of
Yeah, yeah.
family
Also that.
commitments.
Also that.
Yeah,
We have to take
which
that
paid
into account.
into like things which made it very hard to
Mm. Mm-mm.
what's the word? Be consistent,
Yeah,
and
of
like I would
course,
have
of course.
month breaks.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
That's
but they
something.
were
Mm.
super understanding about
Of
like,
course.
and actually really did a full review for me each and every time
Mm.
I had a long break, and that really helped because
Mm-hmm.
it made me be like, okay, wow, okay, this stuck, this didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Let's like go from there, like, you
Yeah.
know.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
the practice problems they give you is great, amazing.
Mm-hmm.
They help a lot in your confidence.
The challenges, yeah.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
challenges are
Oh my
very
gosh,
important.
Yes, the challenges. I love that format.
Yeah, it's so important, right?
It really is. I
Mm.
think most courses don't
Mm-hmm.
like it's either it's personal but doesn't have like constant practice problems and like making sure that you're like paying attention,
Mm-hmm.
or it's the opposite where it has like a bunch of practice problems but no personalization.
Mm-hmm.
I think this was really nice because I got to have that one-on-one experience with my teacher,
Mm-hmm.
but also I could like judge myself sometimes. Like I could see where, oh wow, I understood this topic like I thought I did,
Mm-hmm.
or oh wow, I'm gonna need some help.
Mm-hmm.
And like it sort of was reassuring to have that like uh, judgment challenge sort of.
Mm-hmm.
I do think you shouldn't be scared of them because that's not what it's
Exactly.
intended to do.
Exactly.
It's more just to be a baseline to be like,
Mm.
oh, well, are you ready to move forward? Because
Mm-hmm.
a lot of times, and especially I think almost every single skill,
Mm-hmm.
if you don't get the basics, you are basically screwed.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I think that your program did really well in like getting those
Mm.
basics and
Mm-hmm.
making sure that you understand them like to the point of like mastery, right?
Mm-hmm. The
So,
basics. I always say like the first section is always about, or at least the second section, is all about building the foundation. And people like
mm,
always tell me like, oh my God, we've been doing this for so long, but building a solid foundation and then working on the harder stuff is more important than let's move to the harder stuff as fast as possible and do the cool stuff, because you'll
yeah.
get lost, you'll need to redo them, you'll need to ask a lot of questions, you'll break this consistency. And whenever you have a solid foundation, when you see things and you can relate them to what you already know, it's much better
Mm,
when you
yeah.
progress, for sure. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
All right. Jenna, I mean, honestly, I am so happy to see you again. I'm so happy that everything is good with you. And I also, one last thing that I wanted to ask,
Mhm.
like based on your interpretation, do you have any regrets? Do you have any like downsides you'd like to tell?
Mm.
Hmm.
Um, Let me think.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I don't really have many. I guess like not in like your course specifically, but in general, like to anyone who like is looking to get into coding. I guess my biggest regret was starting with a language which was seen as maybe harder than Python.
Yeah, C sharp. Yeah, C sharp.
Debatable, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like just jumping in and like I think you should really get like and like we said before, it's the basics, right? You
Mm-hmm.
really need to as tedious as it seems, it's really important to like just focus on those and make sure you understand what everything really means,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Mm-hmm.
you can like really grow from there. I guess that was one of my biggest regrets, was starting with C sharp
Mm.
instantly, and not really under like I got I sort of got spoiled in the sense that they added Unity, and I was like, oh my god, this is so cool. I can like drag stuff and
Yeah.
like organize stuff
Mm-hmm.
and game design, right? But when it came to actually programming, I was like, well, I don't know what any of this means,
Mm-hmm.
because he would give me like a practice
Yeah.
thing and like be like, enter this in, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
what does this mean?
Yeah, yeah,
What does
exactly.
this do?
Exactly, yeah.
And
Mm.
so I think like really, I think that's one of the key things. You should really trust your professor.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, you've been so great in the sense that if I didn't match with them well, we could always switch.
Of course.
And you've been super understanding. So I don't really have regrets in the course much. Yeah, no.
Mm-hmm. Excellent,
Um,
excellent.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Perfect, perfect. Jenna, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. You've been a fantastic student. And two things I'd like to say. are first, please try to do your best to continue with the lessons, because of course the hours will never go away. They will always be there whenever you decide to come back. But still, having, as you've said, like 1 hour a week is not that much. And especially now, even if you're going into university and all of that, just 1 hour aside on a Saturday, on a Sunday, if you ever have any questions of the instructor, you can always ask them on WhatsApp. Sometimes you can even dedicate sessions to whatever you're learning in Python in university, if you ever have that. For sure, yeah, for sure. You don't have to just follow the curriculum blindly, as it's stated. Yeah, for sure. Another thing, you do know that I have like 6 or 7 Unity C# courses.
Yeah.
I told you, and I told you, whenever you're ready, let me know, and I'll give you access to whichever one you want, from the easiest to the hardest. So they are pre-recorded, but now that you have a programming background knowledge, you'll understand more what C# does and the whole variables and if statements. It will be much easier for you, for sure. And I've had I've had more than like 10,000 students that have watched it on Udemy, Skillshare combined, for sure. A lot more than 10,000, for sure. So and a lot of them will learn. So I'm sure that it's not gonna be like, don't imagine it as something that's gonna be super scary for you, especially now.
Okay.
So whenever you're ready, I'll just give you access to them. Yeah.
I did want to say, from my family, who is very I guess into my education, as most families are with coding.
I'd love to know what your father's opinion, because he paid, right? I'd love to know his opinion.
He actually was really impressed. He thought it was really cool. He would watch over me while I did some homework sometimes. He would be like, oh wow, like that's pretty cool. Like, you actually understand that? And I was like, yeah, and I would ask him for help sometimes, in the sense that not so much with the answer, but more with, does this look right? And so it was cool to have that bond with my father.
Good.
Now. And since he's done so much coding and experience with computers, it was actually great to see that he was almost proud and very interested in what we were learning, because he's very knowledgeable in that area. And so also my father wanted to say thank you for everything, but also for having the option to start whenever, and that the hours saved. That's such a big thing for people, because I could not tell you the amount of times I've done one-on-one courses and something comes up and we have to stop and those hours just disappear.
No, of course not.
So I really do appreciate that. He appreciates that. He was really surprised. He was like, wait, they're just gonna save and I was like, yeah, when I come back, of course, and when I'm ready, they'll be there for me. And he was very proud and very loving of that idea. So
that's great. I'm really happy. This is one of our this is the main things that I always try to focus on, how to make sure that the student is as comfortable and as happy, make sure that the hours don't go away, there's no pressure, and at the same time try to add a bit of that discipline, make sure to be there, try to find the balance there between practical application, homework, freedom. I hope it was a good balance.
Yes. Yay.
Excellent. All right, thank you so much, Jenna. Again, really appreciated. If you ever need anything, you have my number. You can contact me on WhatsApp. If you ever need anything regarding coding, anytime you'd like to start setting up lessons again, I highly encourage that you at least do 1 session a week whenever you can. That's highly recommended. Saturdays, Sundays, 2 even, whatever fits your schedule. And thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. And I definitely will, once I get good with college, in the sense of speed.
Yeah, with scheduling, right now,
and it's so annoying.
Yeah, especially in the beginning.
Yeah. I'm definitely looking to redo, like get back into coding. And like I'm still gonna, probably go over some of the, like, I have all the notes organized from our lessons, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is perfect.
Yeah.
Because like it has the objective, and then it's very helpful to relook at. And so I might just like, and Yasser, the teacher, has done so many, given me so many practice problems that it's just good to redo sometimes. And so yeah. Thank you.
You're most welcome. You're most welcome, Jenna. Also, don't forget you have the masterclass, the Python masterclass.
Yes.
You can rewatch whenever
Okay,
you
yeah.
need. Yeah. All right.
Yes.
Jenna, have a great day. Thank you so much. And I hope to meet you again when you finish to see how things progressed from there. Okay?
Yes.
All right. All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.